It's been a week. We were planning to head to Oshkosh tomorrow, but we have to push that back at least a day. We've got the airplane put together, still a few kinks to work out, so it's almost ready to fly.
The airplane is all assembled, all the systems are working. We've run the engine. There's a small oil leak with the Sapphire APU that they're working on right now, but hopefully that'll be fixed by the time I get back. But right now,
it was leakage, but I couldn't see where it was coming from, so it has to be something that was either already in there or it's leaking from the seal.
I gotta run down to Florida, pick up our basically this super experienced L-39 pilot that we found to come do our initial test flights.
I'm almost gonna need the borescope to really get a good peek in there. As you can see where there's oil coming out of it.
So I'm headed to Crestview, Florida. Get a little weather in the area up there. It's Florida in the summer. There's always thunderstorms. So see what that's like when we get up there and pick him up, come back, and watch this thing fly.
We've tried to run the engine a few times, but the APU is still leaking some oil. Shane's got parts from another one they're looking at to try to figure out what the issue might be without pulling ours out of the airplane.
I can't really see where it's coming from. It's still in the same spot. Like it still did the huddling up thing. I don't know if it's coming from, or is it coming out of the case? It might be coming out of the case. I can't see it coming from right here. It could be running down that side of the like the Sapphire, and then coming down from here and then going down.
All right, just pull it back inside. We'll do that avionics update and let this cool off a little bit.
You just want that whole nose. In this case, you have an O-ring here and here in between the starter bolts, and then you got these O-rings here, and it could be any of those leaking. Unfortunately, I don't think we have a spare one of these guys.
So how did you get into the L-39 stuff? You said you flew F-16s?
I did. One day I was taxiing on the ramp. I was at St. Mary's in Maryland.
November 181 Golf, Atlanta approach.
Cessna 152, just because. So now I'm working on the F-35 as an engineer, so I want to go fly. Taxiing on 152, this black jet goes by with a red star on the tail. That's freaking cool. So after I'm done with my flight, I go back to the FBO and I said, what, or who was that?
181 Golf, roger.
I said, oh, there's Art Knowles in his L-39.
Number 83 Golf, Bravo, contact Columbus Tower, 120.1.
It's like, really? So I walked over, introduced myself. And everybody that works with him is volunteer, helping take care of his L-39, his Harrier, and his 1939 Piper Cub. So I'm out on the weekend, sweeping floors, changing panels, cleaning up trash, whatever it takes. Just have fun, enjoying the guys. Shortly got checked out in the Cub, got the tail wheel endorsement, got flying the Cub, having a blast.
Number 181 Golf, do you want to try to go by the airport?
Eventually Art throws me to back of the L-39 and we're going places. And eventually throws me to the front.
Continue direct to the airport.
And then he paid for my check out the L-39. And to be the chase ship for the most part, at air shows with the Harrier to and from, and then eventually do the air shows with the L-39, and it just went from there. He's amazing. Art's amazing.
Bonanza 367 Hotel Papa, contact approach 121.0.
121.0, 79 Papa, good day.
The oil is coming from here, this spot, running down, coming out.
You got a wide variety of people you can get in touch with anytime something does go wrong. Whether it be Shane, who's an awesome resource, very smart, very helpful.
So this O-ring here, in my opinion, is either flattened out, old, or not there at all.
I have fun trying to play Stump the Dummy with him. Of course, I always lose because he always knows the answer.
So we're going to take this cover off, the airplane's Sapphire that's in there, and then we'll see here in a few minutes what we got.
Sapphire is still leaking just a little bit of oil, but they've decided it's not like a safety issue at this point. Sapphire also only runs, while the engine's starting basically, and it's a small leak. So Charlie, our test pilot, is gonna go fly this thing.
What are some of the things that you typically encounter on, like the first test flight?
Brakes have always been the finicky one, whether it be the weight on wheel switch, whether it be the rigging of the lever. But you may find the brakes catch early on, or they catch a lot later. Trim, I've had trim go out before. Still flies fine without it though. Just maybe stick heavy. Flaps extension, other flaps rigged properly. So I've had times where I've done emergency extension and they don't come down like they should. Most of them I'm seeing, or when I see them, it's one of those where you go, well, why did the nose gear come down? Why did the mains come down? Okay, let's put everything back to where it was, and then try normal extension and go, okay, I got all three.
Yeah.
So there's no panic, it's just that didn't extend, or it didn't indicate.
Now, on the initial test flight, Charlie's making sure that every system works as expected and the airplane handles appropriately. So he'll be recording engine parameters throughout the start, on takeoff, making sure all the electrical systems function properly.
Gadsden 139 Lima, taxi 1.
Gadsden 616, 8 miles to the north, inbound RNAV 18, Gadsden traffic. Coppersville traffic, Archer 8273 Victor, 12 miles to the east of the field.
Gadsden traffic inbound for 18, say range.
Say again for Gadsden traffic.
Yes, sir. Say your distance from the field for Gadsden.
Hey, we're 5 mile final, RNAV 18, it'll be touch and go, 651.
Copy that. Holding short of 24, experimental jet L-39.
Roger. Yeah, you got plenty of time if you want to get out.
Copy that. And if I can, I'm going to do a high-speed taxi down 24.
Roger.
Gadsden 139 Lima, high-speed taxi 24, Gadsden.
He'll do a high-speed taxi down the runway to see how the engine responds and that there aren't any undesirable ground handling characteristics. If that goes well, he'll take off.
And Albatross 139 Lima, we're on 22.8 monitoring.
Copy. 139 Lima, taxi clear, 24 to taxi back for takeoff, 24. Yes.
Gas and traffic, 6 on, 6 on 1, 3.5 mile final, 18, gas and traffic.
Aircraft on final 18, Gadsden, do I have time to cross at 36? No.
Absolutely, yes, sir.
Copy that, crossing at Alpha 36, and I've got you in sight, 39 Lima.
Traffic 651, short final 18, touch go, gas.
Gadsden 183, 9er Lima, holding short at 24 Gadsden. And just for SA, after takeoff, I'm going to climb up to 3,000 feet over the field for a little longer.
Alright, sounds good. Yeah, we're going to be touch and go, and then we're going to be left turn out to the east.
Gadsden traffic 139 Lima, taking runway 24 for takeoff, Gadsden.
Traffic 6 on, 651, departing the pattern to the east, gas traffic.
Once he's in the air, he'll stay near the airport in case of any issues and begin looking at the hydraulic systems, testing the emergency gear extension, then placing the normal gear handle down, replacing the emergency handle, and retracting the gear again normally.
Gadsden traffic 139 Lima, climbing to the overhead, Gadsden first mile. Fast. Gadsden traffic 139 Lima, base 24 for the option. Gadsden. traffic 139 Lima on the go, 24, Gadsden. Traffic 139 on Lima, turning downwind, 4 for the full stop, Gadsden. Gadsden, traffic 139 Lima, base gear, stop 24.
Nice work.
Thank you, sir. Really good. She's fast. Very fast. She's agile. Good. Yeah. Got a little get up and go. No squat. No, nothing. I mean, obviously we got the avionics that we got to deal with and upgrade. All the other indications, alternate gear extension was perfectly fine, alternate flap extension was perfectly fine, emergency engine fuel delivery was perfectly fine, comms were working like it should, air conditioning, except for spitting out moisture, but that's normal, and worked like a champ. Vibe worked like a champ. Lights obviously worked, as you saw. I didn't put the position lights on, I'm sorry, but otherwise everything else was solid. We're getting a test flight with the 2 balls, and Matt's hopping in. They're going for another one.
There's nothing but beautiful flying right now. What do you think, man? Good stuff?
I think she's fast.
Yes, she is. Alright, do me a favor. Pitch the nose up about 20 degrees. Stop it right there.
We pissed off the gyro.
Yeah, we did. But it fixed itself. There you go. Brake to the left. Hard brake to the left. Idle power. Idle power.
It was fun. It was great. The AC works good. My right leg is ice cold. It even spits water. It works so good.
Automated weather observation. 2101 Zulu. Wind 250 at 07. Visibility 8. Thunderstorm. Heavy rain.
Guthmiller took the jet for a ride, and little precipitation on the way back. Hopefully, see to get into the runway. Final. 3,400. They're on final at 3,400 feet.
Where is the airport from here?
It's,
Can you see it?
oh, I can't yet, no.
I mean, this looks like some pretty heavy rain.
Yeah, let's see what we're up against.